graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
Showed swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Yo, welcome on in to Play-by-Play with JJ. Phillies and Reds, 1:05 p.m. Eastern start time here with the Game Day Live community. No, I am not JJ. I am RB, and we are filling in today. Hope you all are doing well on this Wednesday afternoon. It is a pleasure to be here. We will talk about this matchup. We will call the game live, and we will break it all down. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. If you can hear me in the chat, go ahead, do me a solid. Drop a 1 or drop something in the chat so that way I know you can hear me. We'll get everything worked out here. And, yeah, man, just want to make sure we sound good. Using a bit of a different software today, so hope everybody's doing well, man. Welcome on in. Once again, 1:05 p.m. start time here. Phillies against the Cincinnati Reds. Both teams 25 and 24. We'll get to the starting lineups here in a second, and we will get to a little bit about what's going on with the Phillies, man. They have been absolutely red hot as of late. I will be honest, from the outside opinion, I did not think that that the Phillies would be able to turn it around this quickly, but shout out to Don Mattingly, Donnie Baseball. The Phillies have won, 8 out of their last 10. They've won 12 out of their last 16. They're absolutely on fire, man. So hopefully we get a good game today. This is the third game of the series. Phillies split the first two. They lost 4-1 last night. But once again, man, welcome in and pleasure to be here. Thank you to JJ for welcoming me onto the community. Let's see, loud and clear, RB. All right, cool. Sounds good, man. Well, hope y'all are doing well. And yeah, man. Let's see, what do we got here? Not used to this setup here, but just trying to make sure we got it going. But yeah, how do you guys feel about the Philadelphia Phillies, man? How do you feel about the Phillies? Like I said, a disaster start to the season. They were 9-19. They fired Topper, and they brought in Don Mattingly. And personally, just my outside opinion, I don't believe that a manager change, is the main reason that everything switched. However, I do believe that sometimes just making a change can kind of shift the dynamic a little bit, like maybe just from a mental standpoint, from like I don't want to say a superstition standpoint, but just something like you got to do something different, So that's where I'm at. That's how I feel. Shout out to JJ. He's going to be away for the next, 4 or 5 games. I will be filling in today. And hopefully the Phillies can win this series and get a W. I feel like they've won 4 or 5 series in a row, maybe 6. Let's see. They've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 series in a row. Actually, this would be their 7th. So that'd be pretty wild if they can get this done. Let's see who else we got up in the chat, man. B-Dog, what's going on? Brian Mitch, what's good? We have Long Ball in here. Larry, what's going on? Yolanda, what's up? Says, thanks for filling in. You're awesome. Good luck to the Phillies. Thank you so much. Very nice, warm welcome. Shout out to the mods and everybody else in here. I will try to do my guy JJ some justice with this game call. It's been a while since I called a Phillies game, so yeah, man, looking forward to hanging out. Anyway, here are your starting lineups. Just had it up. All right, here we go. So it is wow, Don Mattingly, third best record through 21 games with a team that started midseason all time. 16-5. Wow. What a turnaround for the Phillies, man. So on the bump today for the Cincinnati Reds is Andrew Abbott, the left-hander, 3-2 on the season, 4.21 ERA, 35 Ks. And for the Phillies, it is Aaron Nola, 2-3 on the season, 5.91 ERA, 46 strikeouts. And for the Cincinnati Reds, leading off is Matt McClain, the right-handed shortstop. Second is Ellie De La Cruz. Batting third in left field is JJ Bleday. Bleday. Sorry, I don't know a lot of these Cincinnati Reds players. Batting fourth is Sal Stewart and playing third base. Batting fifth is Spencer Steer, the second baseman. Batting sixth at first, Nathaniel Lowe. Batting seventh is Blake Dunn out in center. Batting eighth out in right field is Will Benson. And last but not least, batting ninth and behind home plate is PJ Higgins, number 65. For the Philadelphia Phillies, batting leadoff at shortstop is Trey Turner. In the two-hole, Adolis Garcia out in right field. Batting third, Bryce Harper playing DH. Batting fourth, Alec Boehm over at first. Batting fifth, JT Realmuto, and he is behind the plate. Batting sixth, Brandon Marsh out in center. Batting seventh, Edmundo Sosa at third. Batting eighth, Bryson Stott at second base. And last but not least, out in left field, batting ninth is Otto Kemp. Didn't Schwarber sit yesterday? I thought Schwarber was going to play today. Maybe do I have my days mistaken? Like I said, I kind of checked out on the Phillies for a little bit once they got into the hole, but I've definitely been keeping up with Kyle Schwarber, who has been on an insurmountable tear. I mean, he's just out of this world. Obviously, the Phillies paid him this offseason. Had a lot of opinions on the Phillies, but for Kyle Schwarber, he is just absolutely dominating the MLB right now. Matter of fact, let's go look at the league leaders. Why not? Let's look at the home runs. Obviously, Kyle Schwarber at the top. He's got 20 home runs in 47 games. That is absurd, man. The next highest is 17, and then 16, 15, 14. So Kyle Schwarber has a 3 home run lead. I guess they're like, yeah, we're just going to give him a couple days off so he can load up and hit a couple home runs next game he plays. Let's see. Who else we got up in here? Brandon, what's going on? Let's see. David Archer says RB in the house. What's up, David? Haley, what's going on? Nice to meet you. Thank you for filling in for JJ. Thank you. Shout out to Haley in the chat. Larry says the Schwarber illness is becoming concerning. Oh, okay. He has an illness. I didn't even know that. My bad. So Kyle Schwarber has an illness. Yeah, because I was like, why is he going to sit out for 2 days in a row? I was definitely confused by that, honestly. Still dealing with a stomach bug, but he's available to pinch hit. Okay, so he's got a stomach bug. He was out yesterday. Did he play the game before that? Let's see. Phillies won 5-4 on Monday night. I'm pretty sure he played that game, right? Or did he not? No, he didn't play. Okay. Yeah, I gotta catch up here with my Phillies stuff. I thought he played in that first game. He played in the last game against Pittsburgh, and he went 0 of 5. And or 0 for 5, and then he missed the last 2, and he's going to miss today. And the Phillies have off tomorrow, so he'll have a little bit of a nice break. But yeah, we'll see if Schwarber can get back in the lineup here. All right, man. Yeah, if you are in here in the chat right now, like the stream, subscribe to Play by Play with JJ. He gives you guys his content every day, and shout out to him. Let's go ahead and get this thing up. Let's see. Do we want to keep the box score? Let's see. Sometimes, like I said, the broadcast is a little ahead. Sometimes it's behind. So we'll see what happens here. But yeah, maybe we'll do that. All right, we'll see. We will see. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Once again, I'm RB filling in for JJ here on Play by Play with JJ. And let's see. We are off. First pitch in there for a strike. Aaron Nola right over the heart of the plate. Matt McClain batting .214, leading off for the Cincinnati Reds on a hot day here in Philadelphia. It's been in the 90s the last couple days. Expecting some rain soon. Second one fouled away down the third base line, 0-2. Guys, just want to make sure you can hear me clearly again. Let me know in the chat. Want to make sure all is good. Let me know if my mic volume is coming through clearly. Sometimes, different systems gets a little bit fuzzy, but yeah, let me know, man. We'll keep the box score up here, the play-by-play stuff. The 0-2 pitch is fouled away. So it's going to remain 0-2. Sinker coming in pretty hot from Aaron Nola. What do you guys think about Aaron Nola? What do you guys think about Aaron Nola? There's the windup and the pitch. 0-2. Popped out into center. Back on it is Brandon Marsh. Marsh tracks it down with the shades on, and he's got it one away. All good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's see. Thank you to the mods for dropping my link in the chat. Appreciate that. I will be live over on my channel. If anybody enjoys watching basketball, I'll be live streaming the NBA Western Conference Finals game tonight over on Philly Take with RB. So here is Ellie De La Cruz at the plate, batting .297 on the young campaign. First one is taken in for a strike on the outside corner. 11 home runs, 32 RBIs, one of the young phenoms in the MLB. He's actually really tall as well. He's lightning quick, but he has some height on him as well. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one's high for a ball. 1-1. 87 on the cutter. You guys are in the chat, man. Drop a comment. I will shout you out. Wish I could shift myself here on the other side. Let's see. Can I do that? No, I can't do that. 1-1. Knuckle curve in there for a strike. 1-2. Let's see. Can I see if this works? Nope, still doesn't work. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and in there on the outside third, Ellie De La Cruz down on strikes looking. 2 away. All right, we'll just keep it like it is. What a pitch by Aaron Nola. 2 away here in the top of the first. Shout out to PJ in the chat. Haley's in the chat. We got Brian in here. Lou, what's going on, man? First one in there on the bottom of the zone for a strike. JJ Lede, 292 on the season, 6 dingers. 0-1. Here's Aaron Nola. He's dealing so far. The windup and the pitch. And that one's fouled away. 0-2. Let's see. We'll keep that up there. Honestly, I'm tired of Nola. We are stuck with him. I hope he can be a more consistent starter. Maybe time to put him in the pen. Interesting. Here's the 0-2, the windup, and he swings and a miss. Struck him out. 3 up, 3 down. 1, 2, 3. Aaron Nola retires the side, and upcoming for the Phillies, Trey Turner, Adolis Garcia, and Bryce Harper. Hot day at Citizens Bank Park. Welcome on into the show. Thank you for being here. We got 80 people up here in the chat on a Wednesday afternoon. RB filling in for JJ. So what do you guys think, man? Have the Phillies turned around their season? Are you a full-on believer in the Philadelphia Phillies? Are you lukewarm? Are you kind of like medium, like, all right, maybe they can go on a run, but I still need to see more? Or are you still, I'm not believing yet in the Phillies. I'm not there. I need to see it, and I need to see it in the postseason. How do you guys feel? Couple takeaways from me personally, just on the outside. Number one, Brandon Marsh is on a ridiculous tear. I did not expect Brandon Marsh to be one of the best hitters in baseball this season. I don't know how he's doing it, but shout out to him. I've liked Brandon Marsh. The last couple years, I'm kind of like, he's expendable, but the way he's playing right now, man, shout out to Brandon Marsh. The second thing I wanted to say is, I mean, we already know Kyle Schwarber is a monster, but he's different, man. Like, if we start to look at all-time Phillies records and we start to look at where Kyle Schwarber places on that list, obviously he hasn't been here as long as some of the others, but the ability for Kyle Schwarber to just get hot in a stretch of games and hit 10 home runs in 7 games is very impressive, man. And this may sound crazy to you guys, but I was under the impression this past offseason that they re-signed Kyle Schwarber not only because of him as a player, but with the home run derby and the All-Star game coming to Philadelphia. I figured that, okay, it's good business. Bring back a guy who's probably going to be in the home run derby. And I feel like that's why they did it as well. But right now, Schwarber's putting on a show. First pitch is low, and it's a ball for Trey Turner. Once again, on the bump for the Cincinnati Reds today is Andrew Abbott, the left-hander. 3-2 on the season, 4.21 ERA. Second one in there for a strike, a four-seamer at 93. But anyway, yeah, so Kyle Schwarber's been on an absolute tear. And I do have one more takeaway for you here after this. The 1-1 windup, the pitch is inside for a ball. The third takeaway I have for the Philadelphia Phillies is I still am not all the way believing yet in them. I think they need to do it against better teams, as David says in the chat. That one is low for a ball, 3-1. They still need to do it against better teams, but I do think it's impressive the way they've turned it around, similar to how they did when they hired Rob Thompson initially. I think Don Mattingly's a really good manager. Here's the 3-1, and that one is low again. Abbott cannot find the zone, and Turner walks on 5 pitches. Now, am I going to say the Phillies are going on a World Series run? No, I'm not going to say that yet. I need to be more patient. The last couple years, I've been talking to JJ, and I've been telling him, listen, I think the Phillies are good, but they can't get over the hump. I've actually been on the side of, let's kind of do a little bit of a retool and rebuild. Not full rebuild, but more of a retool. But we'll see what happens this season. First one fouled away by Adolis Garcia. I just didn't know if this current group could really get over the hump. There's a few players on this team that I think need to be replaced. But as of right now, the group is really finding their stride, so I give them a lot of credit. Robert in the chat says, I'm disappointed with Nola. I hope he doesn't turn into Taijuan Walker. Ooh, that would be tragic. Here's the 0-1. Abbott, the windup, the pitch, just a tad low for ball 1. So it is 1-1, and Higgins is going to call for the ABS challenge. So we'll see what they call this. Let's see. Wow, it just nabbed the bottom of the zone. So it is a strike, and it's going to be overturned. So it goes from 1-1 to 0-2 just like that. What do you guys think about the new ABS system? Any thoughts on it? Garcia going to call time and wipe the sweat off his forehead. It's 0-2. Turner on first, nobody out. But yeah, I'm not getting all the way back in just yet on the Phillies. Here's the 0-2. Abbott set. He looks over to first. He pauses, and now he throws back behind the runner. Turner going to slide back in, trying to keep him close. It's very interesting how similar these teams are. Phillies are 13-13 at home. The Reds are 12-13 on the road. So very similar teams this season. Jackie in the chat says a wild card team because the Braves are rolling rest of the month easy schedule for them. Braves are hot right now. What are they? The best team in the MLB, right? They've been on fire. Still not a believer in the Braves, making it to the World Series, but I kind of like when the Phillies are not the favorite and they're more of an underdog, Last year, that Dodger series was very defeating. Abbott's going to throw behind Turner again, trying to keep him close. But yeah, honestly, man, I was at the Phillies-Dodgers game 3 last year, and it was numbing, man. That's when I really felt like, okay, the Phillies have to do something. I feel like they needed to beat the Diamondbacks a few years ago. I was actually at game 2 of that series. Abbott threw one in the dirt. It's 1-2. That Diamondback series hurts, man. But, yeah, where are you guys at, man? Do you think the Phillies can still compete with this core? Do you think they need to do a little bit of a rebuild? Where are you at with the Philadelphia Phillies? Here's the 1-2. The windup in the pitch. Garcia fouls it down the left field line. So it remains 1-2. Garcia, tough start to the season, batting .211. David says ABS system is okay. They need to fix it so the strike zone matches the MLB rules. That's a good point, actually. Didn't even think about that. Here's the windup in the pitch. Garcia, another one fouled away, this time down the right field line. Garcia battling here in the bottom of the first. Blisk, what's going on? Morty says, what's up, RB? True Philly fans have faith. Donnie Baseball has changed the style with small ball and the hitting approach, cutting down on strikeouts. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a ball high. Turner goes to second, and it's thrown into center. Turner's going to get up and blitz it over to third, and he's going to be in. So Turner gets 2 for the price of 1, and he's over to third with nobody out. 2-2, the count to Adolis Garcia. Let's go, Trey. He hesitated for a second. I didn't know if he was going to try to make it, but he did, and he was in there very securely. So now it's 2-2, the windup from Andrew Abbott. The windup in the pitch, ball high and out, full count. Would be very nice for the Phillies to get one here in the bottom of the first. Harper on deck. He has been on fire lately. Bryce Harper starting to look like an MVP yet again. Here's the full count pitch, and it's fouled away yet again from Adolis Garcia. Let's go, Chet. Fire us up a little bit, will you? Fire us up a little bit. How about Adolis Garcia? Here comes the 9th pitch of the at-bat, and it's a ball high. It's a walk for Adolis Garcia. Incredible job by Adolis Garcia, man. Let's go. Let's go. Beautiful job, man. Beautiful. Can we get some emojis in the chat? Can we get some hype in here? Can we get some fires for Bryce Harper? Let's go. All righty. First pitch to Harper, whiffed on it. Swung right through a sweeper at 82. Can you guys see the scoreboard clearly and everything? Just want to make sure that everything's clear on here. Here's the 0-1 to Harper, and it is fouled away. Abbott went back to the sweeper at 84. 0-2 to Bryce. Need something here, man. Even a sac fly could help. Even a sac fly or just anything, man. Let's go. Let's go. Here's the 0-2. The windup and the pitch, and it is high and in. Almost a little bit of chin music there. Harper had to kind of duck out a little bit. So now it is 1-2. Let's go, Bryce. Come on, Bryce. I got the air horn ready for you. Let's go. 3-run dinger. Can we do it? Here's the 1-2 from Abbott. Looking over to first, the windup and the pitch. Harper's going to pop it. Just shy of the dugout around third. Will he have room? He reaches over and can't grab it. Stewart had a play on it. He was a little bit late. Didn't think he was going to have to reach over that far. He took a nice little hit there in the pelvis area. I think he thought he had room. Sal Stewart almost had it, but it goes just out of play. 1-2 again to Harper. Here's the windup, and the pitch just missed on the outside corner. 2-2. Yeah, I know JJ usually pulls up the 3D version. Sorry, guys, I can't do that today. You're just going to have to deal with my game call. 2-2, the windup pitch, and it is in the dirt. Full count to Bryce Harper, 82 on the sweeper. All righty. Here we go. Full count to Bryce. Here's the windup and the pitch. Knocked over into left. He's going to have room. Is the runner tagging? He is. Turner at the plate. And he's safe at home plate. Safe at home. Will they review it? We will see. It looked like the ball beat Turner to home. As of right now, it's going to be a sac fly for Bryce Harper, but the throw did beat Turner to home. I don't know if he got his foot in or his hand in. Let's see it again. That was in shallow left. Nice tag up for Turner. He might have got the hand in. Let's see it again here. Did he tag him? Wow, he was late. Great job by Trey Turner, man. Great job by Trey Turner, man. Let's go. Great job by Trey to get that hand slid in there. And now Alec Bohm is up to the plate with a 10-game hitting streak. First one was now it's popped out the center, and he's going to have plenty of room. Dunn is there to make the catch. Out number 2. Let's go, man. Let's go, guys. Let's see who's in here. You got the sound effects, including the bell. I do have some sound effects on my soundboard, man. I do have some sound effects. Maybe not as many as JJ. I'm not sure which ones he plays, but I got a few on here. Here's the first pitch to JT Realmuto in there for a strike. David says going from JJ to RB is like a Christopher Sanchez changeup. All good. Not worried about the 3D, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That actually brings me back to what I meant to say earlier. I forgot about that. Second pitch is outside, and there goes Garcia. He's going to swipe second base. Great job to get in scoring position. 1-1 the count. Garcia now over to second. But yeah, my third takeaway that I meant to say earlier about the Phillies is I talked about Schwarber. I talked about, their standings position and how hot they are. But my third thing is Christopher Sanchez, man. JT grounds over to short, over to first, and that is out number 3. So the Reds give up 1 run. Phillies get on the board first. We are headed to the top of the second. It'll be Stewart, Steer, and Lowe coming up for Cincinnati. But a nice tag by Trey Turner to get the Phillies on the board. Once again, welcome on in here. Play-by-play with JJ. I am RB, filling in for JJ. Happy to be here with all of you. The third takeaway I wanted to say about the Phillies, just from my own perspective, is Christopher Sanchez, man, is unbelievable. I mean, he's definitely in the lead for the Cy Young right now. And just seeing like how this guy came up to the MLB and how he was a hidden gem, and for him to get paid like he did and just continue to deliver, Sometimes guys get the money and then they kind of take a step back. Cough, cough, Aaron Nola. But Christopher Sanchez, to me, just keeps getting better and better. Sanchez is unbelievable. How old is he? I think he's in his late 20s, right? He's just amazing, man. It's crazy how he's pretty much become the ace outside of Zach Wheeler. He's 29 years old. Unreal, man. What a hidden gem. What a hidden gem. He was actually with the Tampa Bay Rays. He was signed as an international free agent. Crazy, man. Got traded in one of those like no-name trades and becomes one of the best pitchers in baseball. It's amazing. Incredible. Morty says, look at the aggressive base running under Donnie baseball. Yeah, I will say, man, Phillies are definitely taking advantage of some of the little things in the margins. That's been one of my biggest gripes with the Philadelphia Phillies over the years. I feel like they're a team full of talent, but they don't do the little things, right, to their advantage, and they don't give themselves the leg up sometimes. I feel like they just try to rely on their talent solely, and especially when they get to the postseason, they swing for the fences every play. I do like some small ball, and I like what Mattingly is doing right now. Here's the first pitch from Nola in there for a strike. At the plate is third baseman Sal Stewart, batting .250 on the campaign, 11 home runs, 32 RBIs. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Nola, and it is lined down the right field line into the corner. It's going to be at least two. Garcia tracks it down. Stewart loses the helmet. He's going to be into second, standing up. So 2 pitches and a double for Sal Stewart. But yeah, I feel like Aaron Nola is probably the third, maybe fourth best pitcher on the staff now. And I thought giving Nola the money a few years ago was a mistake. I don't hate the guy. I just feel like he doesn't come up big sometimes in the big moments. So, yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it personally. Nola's going to look back to second, try to keep the runner close. Phillies lead at 1-0 after a sac fly by Bryce Harper in the bottom of the first. Nola looks back to second, and now he delivers. First one in there on the bottom corner for a strike. 92 on the four-seamer. We got Sanchez in a trade for Curtis Mead one-on-one. Amazing. Yeah, that's incredible, man. It's crazy how some guys are late bloomers, and they just need the right opportunity. Here's the 0-1 from Nola. That one's lined into right field. Stott was shading over. The runner is going to stay at third. He got a bit of a late jump. Phillies threw it back to home plate. But now it's going to be first and third, so Nola's going to have a bit of a sticky situation to try to work out of here. It's crazy because I grew up playing a lot of baseball, and like I said, I don't really call a lot of baseball games, but like I said, I've played it for so long, and some of the things they do now, and look, it's crazy. I may sound a bit like a boomer here, but some of the things they do based on analytics now kind of drive me nuts when I'm watching a baseball game. Do you guys agree with that, or do you disagree? Here's Nathaniel Lowe at the plate. World Series champion a couple years ago, finds himself on a few different teams, and now with Cincinnati. 269 career against the Philadelphia Phillies. He's got first and third here with nobody out. Nola looks back to first. The 0-1 windup in the pitch. Lowe fouls it. Actually, it's popped up behind the plate. Does JT have a sight on it? It's going to go just out of play. So now it's 0-2. But yeah, some of the things when I watch baseball, like just some of the defensive positionings, some of the shifting, just a lot of it, man. I feel like it's very much changed with analytics, but that's just my own opinion. Let me know if you guys agree or not. 0-2 is the count. Nola comes set. Here's the windup and the pitch, and it is inside for ball one. Sinker at 92. 18 pitches on the day so far for Aaron Nola. Strikeout would be key here. Here's the 1-2 from Nola. Curveball, knuckle curve in the dirt, 2-2. Nola's last outing, he was solid through 2, but fell apart in the 3rd. I feel like that's what usually happens with Aaron Nola. He has one really bad inning. Here's the 2-2 from Nola. That one's knocked down the right field line. It's going to score a run. Second base runner will get over to 3rd. And Lowe is going to be into 2nd with a stand-up double. So the Reds tied at 1. Lowe is over to 2nd. 2nd and 3rd with nobody out for the Cincinnati Reds. Just out of reach of Alec Boehm over at first. If you are a boomer, I was born yesterday. I'm not saying I'm a boomer. I'm saying the way that I sound talking about baseball makes me sound like a boomer, but I kind of just like the purity of the game, you know? That's just my personal opinion. I think baseball, compared to some of the other sports, is very black and white sometimes, you know? And I feel like it can be very much simplified, and it's a beautiful game at its core. That's how I feel. First pitch popped up over to 2nd. Stott's going to make the catch. 1 pitch, and he's retired. So much needed out for Aaron Nola and the Phillies. 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. Coming up to the plate is Will Benson, lefty. Batting 176 on the season. Brutal. Here's the first pitch to Benson in the dirt for a ball. Let's see. Don't ever apologize for saying the truth that something got worse. Okay, so you agree with me. You agree. I've never seen a more baseball-looking guy than you. Is that a compliment? Thank you, I guess. The second pitch to Benson. Swing and a miss in there. 78 on the knuckle curve. I'm just the Philly sports guy, man. I watch all the sports, hockey the least amount out of all of them, but I cover the Sixers. I cover the Eagles. I watch some Phillies on my own time. Here's the 1-1. Ball is low for a ball, 2-1. Last 4 games, starting pitching, 1.29 ERA. Wow. Change up low, 3-1 now. Dude looks like you were born for baseball. Well, I did play it for many years. Many years, man. I can't stand the pitch count stat. The catcher always knows if a guy has it or not, regardless of pitch count. I agree. 3-1, swing and a miss. Nola slid the knuckle curve right in there, low and inside. Now it's a full count to Will Benson. Yeah, the whole pitch count of like we have to get our guy out after 60, 70 pitches just because of a pitch count. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like baseball is, you got to use the eye test. Benson grounds one over to first. Bohm flips to Nola. Out number 2, but a run is going to score. So the Cincinnati Reds do a good job of knocking one over to the right side of the infield, and they're going to take the lead. Let's see. Hoagie Boy, what's going on, man? Welcome into the live chat. What's up? Long Ball says it's taken time to get used to. I'm still getting used to it, but I love to see the game grow. The main thing for me is to get the calls right. Yeah, I mean, that is surely one point of emphasis. A lot of the umpires have struggled, but now they have the whole challenge thing. Who knows what will happen going forward. First pitch to Higgins, just inside for a ball. Let's see. James Harden greater than Aaron Nola proved me wrong. Yeah, speaking of James Harden, man, Oh my gosh. I was ripping James Harden last night. Second pitch is in there for a strike on the knuckle curve, 1-1. I could see some James Harden and Aaron Nola, though. I could definitely see some of it. Doesn't show up in the big moments. Sometimes shows up in the regular season. Has the talent. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that one is lined into left field. Another base runner is going to score, and a 3-run top of the second for the Cincinnati Reds. Nola's getting smacked around right now. This is why I don't like Aaron Nola. Oh, man. Freaking Aaron Nola, dude. He always has one inning where he just implodes. Always. First one is low for a ball. Reds have turned over the lineup. McLean is back at the plate. Nola has thrown 13 knuckle curves today. Only 5 fastballs. Second one in there for a strike, 1-1. I'm so confused. I've clicked on the stream and it was a different guy. Well, maybe you should use common sense like your name says and realize that it's a different person calling the game. You ever think of that? Come on, man. Put 2 and 2 together. 1-1. The windup, the pitch, swing and a miss. I believe it was fouled off, so it's 1-2 now. Yeah, the Phillies should have never paid Aaron Nola, man. Like I said, I still feel like they could allocate that money elsewhere. I still feel like maybe retooling the roster a bit could help because they have plenty of pitching, especially starting pitching. But Nola just, I don't know, he's kind of lost it these last few years. Ball in the dirt, 2-2. Two and two, 2 outs. McLean at the plate and on first. Top of the second. The windup and the pitch from Nola. Foul down the third base line. Out of play. Nola up to 35 pitches. They're going to have to start warming somebody up here in the next couple innings, especially with these pitch counts, you know? So help a guy pitch over, 70 pitches or 80 pitches. They think he's going to have Tommy John surgery. That one's in the dirt. 3-2 now. Full count. Runner will be off and moving. Now we won't get a hit for 8 innings and we'll lose. Typical rinse and repeat with this team, says Hoagie Boy. Hoagie Boy is pissed off. Full count, 2 outs. The windup, the pitch from Nola, and a swing and a miss. Got him with the knuckle curve, bit right into the dirt. Reds, though, put up 3 runs here in the top of the second. Coming up for the Phillies, Brandon Marsh, Edmundo Sosa, and Bryson Stott on the other side. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, how are we feeling? Welcome on in. Wednesday afternoon. Reds lead it 3-1 here going to the bottom of the second. I am RB filling in for my guy JJ. Make sure you guys like the show for him and subscribe to the channel. Let's see. What else can we find out here? Let's take a look at the MLB standings. Let's do that. Best team in baseball is the Atlanta Braves, 33-16, 7 wins in their last 10 games. Tampa Bay Rays are actually second, 32-15. Can we actually believe in the Rays, though? Probably not. Who's the worst team in baseball? Let's see. Wow, the Angels are the worst team in baseball. I think I'm going to start a petition to ban the Los Angeles Angels franchise. You guys there with me on that? I think they should ban that franchise and they should pawn up every one of their players. Like, I don't feel necessarily bad for Mike Trout, but I also think it's ridiculous that we're never going to see this dude on the biggest stage. I've always been a big fan of Mike Trout, but I just can't take the fact that he's now 34. His body's been taxed with a ton of injuries, and the Angels can't even do anything right. So I would like to ban the Los Angeles Angels from the MLB. Astros are 20-30. Are the Astros cooked? Colorado Rockies 19-30. At least they're not the worst team in the MLB. Imagine having Ohtani and Trout on your team, and you can't even get to the freaking postseason. It's crazy to me, man. All right, so it's Brandon Marsh in the 6 hole at the plate. First pitch is inside for a ball. Brandon Marsh, one of the best hitters in the MLB this season, to many surprises. Here's the windup in the pitch. 1-0, swing and a miss. 82 on the sweeper. Larry says Angels should be a minor league team. I agree. 1-1. Here is the pitch. That one is low for a ball. Lou says Mike Trout re-signing with the Angels proved he was not serious about winning. I don't know, man. I got to think about that. 2-1, fouled away. Because usually what guys do now, because this is a players run league, is they take the big money and then in a couple of years they get traded, right? We've seen that with a lot of players over the years, even like a Giancarlo Stanton. I can't blame Mike Trout for taking $400 million. 2-2 pitch swing and fouled backwards. So another one coming up here. But yeah, I can't blame Mike Trout for making $400 million. I mean, his kids are set, their kids are set. But Marsh fouls away the 2-2. Forgot how fast this game goes now. But what I can blame Mike Trout for is not demanding a trade. He got the money, right? But be like one of the other players. Just, demand a trade request or demand a trade, put your request in and get out of there, man. They're not going to help you out. I don't know what his loyalty is to the Angels. Maybe they can't trade him because of how much money is left on the deal. I don't even know how many years are left, but it would have been really nice to see Trout and Harper in Philly together a couple years ago. Marsh swings in the dirt. That one wasn't even close. It almost bounced off the plate. And Brandon Marsh is going to be retired for the first strikeout for Andrew Abbott. I believe that was an 8-pitch at bat for Brandon Marsh. Up at the plate now is Edmundo Sosa getting the start over at third today. Sosa batting .224 on the season. Here's the 1-0 pitch right down the heart of the plate. Swung through it was Sosa. Always liked Edmundo Sosa. Or he wanted to stick with the fans that had cheered his entire career. I don't know, man. 1-1. Fouled away. 1-2. I mean, it's cool and all, right? I don't think Angels fans would blame Mike Trout if he demanded a trade. If the guy genuinely said, look, I've been here for 10, 15 years and I just want to go try to win one, I don't think they would really blame him because they can't even put a team around him to get to the playoffs. The fact that they're still the worst team in the MLB at this point is crazy to me. The 1-2 is fouled away. Wait, what just happened? Was he hit? Oh, did he hit the catcher? Did he hit the catcher's mitt? Okay, catcher's interference. I was like, what just happened? But yeah, it's going to be catcher's interference. Why can I not see the score on here? Okay, there we go. That one's outside for a ball, 1-0. I'd like to let you guys see who's up to the plate, but it's kind of ahead of the game. That one's in there for a strike, 1-1. Let's see, there's another way I can do this. So we got 1-1, 1 out, man on first. Abbott looks to first. Now he delivers. And a swing and a miss for Bryson Stott. Here's the 1-2 to Stott. Popped up foul. Here we go again. Over to third. This time Stewart's going to grab it and hang on. He reached out into the dugout. And this time he learned from his mistake. Sal Stewart went reaching over the third base dugout. Took a little bit of a hit again. This time on his upper thigh. And the outstretched Sal Stewart is going to hang on to the grab. And that's going to be 2 away for the Philadelphia Phillies. So now it is Otto Kemp at the plate batting .087 on the season. First one outside for a ball. 12 games this season for Otto Kemp, and he's batting under 100. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one fouled away down the first base line. Abbott's up to 44 pitches now on the day. The 1-1 pitch to Kemp. It is popped up near second base. Shading over is Steer, and he's going to track it down, and that'll retire the side. So we have come to the end of the second. Phillies still without a hit, but they do have a run. Score is 3-1. I'm trying to think here. When did the Reds get 2 errors? I thought they only had 1. So once again, Cincinnati Reds lead it 3-1. We head to the top of the third inning. Ladies and gentlemen, give me your thoughts in the chat. Feel free to comment. I want to know how you're feeling right now. Once again, I am RB. I run a channel called Philly Take with RB, where I cover the Sixers and the NBA. I also cover the Philadelphia Eagles over on A2ZSports.com. But today, I'm here watching some midday baseball with all of you. What is this, game number 50 of the season? Wow. Third of the season almost done already. Who do we have in the chat, man? Seriously, Larry, what's going on? Lou, what's going on? DRM, what's up, man? Hoagie Boy in the chat. P. Saltzman, what's going on? Who else we got up in here, man? What do you guys think about the All-Star game and the home run derby coming here in a couple months? It's going to be wild this summer, man. World Cup going on, home run derby, All-Star game. I'm actually really excited to see the All-Star game in Philly. It's a very cool opportunity. So it's Ellie De La Cruz back up at the plate. First pitch is swung on and missed. De La Cruz struck out back in the first. "38 pitches on the outing so far for Aaron Nola. Here's the 0-1 windup and the pitch. It is low and outside for ball one. Matthew in the chat, what's going on, man? Nico, what's your opinion on the Phillies coming back in this game? I think they have a lot of time. But Nola has to settle down. Here's the windup and the pitch, fouled off his foot. 1-2 to De La Cruz. Is the catcher's interference an error? Is it? I didn't think it was. Maybe it is, though. I just don't know where they got the 2 errors from. Elder says, morning baseball for me. What's up, Elder? Where are you tapping in from? Where's everybody tuning in from? Let me know in the live chat right now. Where are you guys watching this stream from today? 1-2 inside to De La Cruz. Hot day out there in South Philly. People are waving a bunch of fans, trying to cool down. Better put some sunscreen on today. Here's the 2-2 to De La Cruz. Fouled again. Man, Nola really is relying on that knuckle curve, isn't he? Yeah, I'm going to try my best to get to the All-Star game or maybe the Home Run Derby this year. Feels almost like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I would love to be there for it. 2-2, the windup and the pitch to De La Cruz, and it's in there for a cold strike. Got him down looking again. 4 Ks on the day for Nola. 2 of them for Ellie De La Cruz. Lou says All-Star game is going to be really fun. First time since NBA in 2002, I believe. First pitch is flied out deep to right. Back near the warning track, just in front of it, is Adolis Garcia. And he's away on 1 pitch. So 2 down now. We got Arizona tapping in the chat. Larry says, I was at the All-Star game at the Vet in 96. William tapping in AZ. We got Nevada in the house. Cincinnati. Mount Airy in Philly. Bird in Hand, PA. Bowels of Hell, Florida. North Central Missouri. Here's the first pitch to Stewart. It is in there for a cold strike. Two outs, 0-1. Here's the pitch, and that one is inside, 91 on the sinker. We got 160 people up in here. Hope y'all are doing well. Thanks so much for being here on a Wednesday afternoon. 1-1. The windup in the pitch, lined right back up the middle. It's going to be a 2-out single for Sal Stewart. Coming up to the plate now is Spencer Steer. Danny says, how are you? Hope it's going good. What's up, Danny? Good to see you here, man. Got the ATL in the chat. Grew up in Harleysville, moved to Nevada, and am still an avid Philly sports guy. Shout out to Nevada, man. Here's the first pitch to Steer. In there for a strike. 0-1. One for one on the afternoon. Had a single back in the second. Here's the 0-1. The windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him fishing. 0-2. 0-2. Nola throws back to first, keeping the runner close. So all of you in the chat, are you guys 4 for 4 Philly fans? Are you just Philly fans? Phillies fans, excuse me. What do you guys think? Here's the 0-2, and that is a ball high. 1-2. Much credit to JJ, man, for doing all these games, man. He's really on the grind every day. A lot of respect for him, man. 1-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Nola, and that one is lined into left field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. And the Reds will have first and second with 2 outs. So once again, no Kyle Schwarber today. It's Otto Kemp out in left, Marsh in center, Garcia in right, Bohms at first. Deborah says, doing okay here. How are things with you? I'm doing pretty good, Deborah. Doing pretty good. Going to be streaming the NBA game later today on my own channel. Hanging out on a nice Wednesday afternoon. Let's see. 4 for 4 says Lou. Williams says, Phillies only lifer. I'm 60. I've seen it all. You've definitely seen it all for the Philadelphia Phillies. Been through some really bad times and some decent times. A couple high peaks. A lot of history. First pitch was in there. Here's the second pitch windup, and he delivers. It's high and in. 1-1. I even root for the Philly colleges. I went to Temple. Shout out to Lou. Longball says, I'm a Braves fan who loves baseball. Let's go. We got a Braves fan in here. How do you feel about your Atlanta Braves so far this season? 1-1. Swing and a miss. He was swinging to knock that ball into Central PA. So once again, 2 strikes now to a batter. 1-2. 2 outs. 2 men on. Nolan needs to get out of it here. Here's the windup and the pitch from Nola, and it is fouled back. Count stays at 1-2. Wemby is such a breath of fresh air in the NBA. He really is, man. Obviously, my Sixers, got swept in the second round. Had fun covering that series, but I've been having fun so far, man. That Spurs Thunder game was insane the other day. And that one is in on the inside corner. Tailed back just a little bit. And Nola gets him down, looking on strikes. It's going to be 5 on the day for Nola. Phillies get out of the jam. It is 3-1 heading to the bottom of the third. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get a quick water. I'll be right back. I don't think I have a be right back screen, so I'm going to leave the stream on. But what I want to know from you in the chat is, do you guys think the Phillies can come back in this game? Yes or no? Do you think they're going to come back? I'll be right back in a minute. All right, we're back, man. We missed the first pitch. It was a ball, and the second one is low, 2-0 to Trey Turner. Let's see. We'll read up the comments here in a minute. 2-0, and that one is high to Trey Turner. It is 3-0. Phillies could really use a base runner. 3-0, the windup and the pitch. It is in there for a strike. Here's the 3-1, the windup and the pitch. And Trey started walking to first, but it was called a strike on the lower outside corner. Turner trying to hold his tongue a little bit there. He, not happy with that call, but now it is a full count. Here's the windup and the pitch fouled away. Turner thought it should have been a walk. Here's the windup from Abbott and the pitch fouled again. Similar to the last one. Fouled away down near first base. Why are they talking to this guy, this meteorologist? They keep showing this guy here in the booth. Full count, the windup and the pitch. And that one is popped away and it's out of play. So another one coming up here for Trey Turner. Long ball says, ask me again after we play in September. I feel great for now. Full count pitch, and it's high and out. Trey Turner going to work the walk. A beautiful at-bat. Beautiful job by Trey Turner there. I believe that was, 9 pitches? I think it was 9 pitches, if I'm not mistaken. Here's the first pitch to Garcia on the outside corner for a strike. I had season tickets to the Sixers in 2001. I was at game 1 of the Sixers-Raptors, game 5 when Kobe and Shaq won. Wow, that's amazing, Lou. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, I just call games, and we have a great community that watches in on those games. But being at them, man, is crazy. Sixers need to get their stuff straight, man. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Garcia. Hit out the left center. It's shallow. In comes, who is that? Lede. Makes the catch. 1 away. Let's see. Hey, JJ Substitute. What's up? You can call me RB, but what's up? What's up? How are you? Good to see you in here. Phillies are going to win 7-5. I think the NBA cloned Gumby, put a Spurs jersey on him, and said, your name is Victor. Dude, he's ridiculous, man. He's not even a human. First one swung on and missed by Harper. I was at the game a couple years ago. I was sitting very close to the court when Embiid dropped 70 on Wemby. And I remember being there for warm-ups, watching Wemby go through warm-ups, and I was looking at this guy like 5 feet away from me, and I'm like, he's not even a human being. He's ridiculously tall. So the fact that he has the skill set he does is just absurd, man. The fact he hit that logo 3 the other day in overtime to send it to double OT was insane. It's going to be a big game in that series tonight. 0-2 to Harper. Comes set. Here's the windup, the pitch, and that one's lined back into center, but it's right at the center fielder. Right at Dunn. Couldn't hit it much better than that. Squared it up, but unfortunately, right at him. So 2 away now for the Philadelphia Phillies. Up comes Alec Boehm. 218 on the season. He is on a 10-game hitting streak. See if he can keep it up here after a disastrous start to the year. I'll be honest with you guys. Alec Boehm is one of the other players I'm not really fond of. I don't like his attitude, but that's just me. Here's the first pitch to Alec Boehm. And it just missed on the outside corner. Two away, man on first. 1-0. Here's the windup and the pitch outside again. 2-0. Count. Here's the windup. The pitch, it's popped up into shallow center. Back on it is Steer. He's under it and makes the catch. That will retire the side. We are going to the top of the fourth inning. Reds lead it 3-1. Phillies need to string together some base runners here. They still don't even have a hit in this game, which is insane because of apparently the error. I haven't liked Alec Boehm since he told the reporter, saw what he saw, you were out at home and you know it. Sorry for yelling. Yeah, I haven't liked Alec Boehm just because I think he throws little temper tantrums, and I think where he's at this level, for what the Phillies need to be a championship team, they just need someone that has a better attitude. That's just my opinion. But yeah. Who else we got up in here? Steve. Steve, what's going on, man? Got Larry in the chat, PJ in the chat, Sean in the chat, Long Ball in the chat. We have A in the chat. What else we got up in here, man? Top of the fourth inning. Nola out on the bump again. 56 pitches on the afternoon. First one in there for a strike. Dunn showed bunt. Couldn't make contact. Does anyone like Alec Boehm? I can't imagine it. I don't know. Do they? You guys let me know. Do you like Alec Boehm? I'm not a big fan. Second one in the dirt. Outside, 1-1. Max Coverage TV, what's good? Shout out Max Coverage, man. What's up, bro? Good to see you in here, man. Filling in for JJ today. Third pitch is hit out to center. Backtracking is Marsh. It's going over his head. It's off the wall. It bounces away. Dunn's going to have two easy, and he's going to be into third standing up. It is a lead-off triple for the Cincinnati Reds. Looked like Marsh misplayed that off the bat. And Blake Dunn, the 5'9", 27-year-old out of Michigan, is going to be on third with a leadoff triple. But it's crazy. Marsh almost got hit in the face. The ball hit the fence part, like the actual fence, not the padding. It hit the fence, and it ricocheted back, and it almost hit Marsh in the face. And it says here that Blake Dunn just had his first triple of the career. First of his career? Are you serious? Wow. Crazy, man. Crazy. So now it is Will Benson at the plate. First pitch to him is outside for a ball. Steve says, wake up the neighbors, though it is middle of the day. Steve, tap in later tonight, man. I'll be streaming Thunder Spurs on my channel, and we'll be definitely waking up the neighbors late tonight, especially if that game is anything like it was a few nights ago. Second one on the corner, painted it for a strike. Pat says the ball got hammered. It really did. That was a shot, man. I thought it looked like, just from my first look, that Marsh took a step in first when he should have took a step back. 1-1 now to Benson. The pitch knocked over to first on the ground. Bohm's going to take it to first, and Dunn is going to hold at third. Looked like they were kind of playing like midway in, so Phillies would really like to keep that guy from scoring here. That ball was just hit a little bit too hard. Dunn had no chance of making it home. Pretty good decision. So now it is Higgins at the plate. He is 1 for 1 on the day. First one is swung on and missed, 85 on the cutter. PJ Higgins batting .273 on the season. 2 RBIs, no home runs. Here's the windup and the pitch from Nola, and it is in there on the outside corner for a strike. 0-2. One out, man on third after the leadoff triple. The 0-2 pitch just missed on the outside lower corner. Here's the 1-2 pitch now to Higgins. Grounded over towards first, but it is foul. Nola has become a ground ball pitcher. He serves up way too many hittable balls, says Morty. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know if he's ever been a blow-by type of pitcher. He just doesn't throw hard enough. That's another crazy thing, man. These kids in high school now, a lot of them are throwing like 102 miles an hour. But I also think there's more elbow injuries and stuff as a result. So I think you have to kind of find that balance, you know? A ball and 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the fourth. The pitch is high for a ball. Phillies can't use ABS at all either. That is a wash, says Hoagie Boy. Steve says not a Nola fan. 2-2 now. The windup from Nola and the pitch, and that one is squeezed in, but he pokes it out the right field. Jammed him, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be another run for the Cincinnati Reds, 4-1 on the afternoon. Nola's up to 68 pitches, his 4th earned run allowed. Little shot there from Higgins. 2nd RBI of the day, actually. He only had, I think, 1 on the season coming into today. He's got 2 already. Here's the first pitch with the lineup turned over. That one's knocked out to right center. And Garcia tracks it down for out number 2. I forgot about Crawford. Crawford forgot he wasn't in the lineup today. Guessing he has the day off, right? Crawford's had a great start to the season. I like him a lot. 22 years old. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Aaron Nola, man. I mean, I've made that very clear. And I just feel like, he's good. He's not great. I don't think he comes up big in the big moments. That's kind of how I feel. Oh yeah. What do you guys think, man? Wait, you're not JJ. Yes, you are correct. I am not play by play with JJ. So now we got two away. Ellie De La Cruz back up for the third time. And that one is in the dirt, 1-0. Two away, 1-0. Here's the windup and the pitch from Nola. And that one is grounded over towards first. Boom. Picks it up on the short hop. And he is going to tag first for out number 3. So we are going to the bottom of the fourth inning. Phillies still without a hit. It is 4-1 after the Reds tack on one more. So JJ sent me this thing. It is he apparently does it every game in the fourth today on this day in Phillies history. So let's see what we got here, man. We'll read a couple of these out. Phillies history on May 20th. Number 1, let's see. Richie Ashburn in 1951 collected 8 hits in a doubleheader, the last Phillies player to do that. What else? On this day in 1983, Steve Carlton fanned 4 Padres, moving past Walter Johnson to second all-time on the strikeout list with 3,511 strikeouts. Nolan Ryan had taken over first place earlier in the season, but the Phillies lost the game to the Padres 5-0. And last but not least, on this day in 1988, Mike Schmidt hit his 535th career home run, moving to 8th on the all-time home run list, passing Jimmy Fox. Let's see. Does anybody have a birthday today? Let's see. Jason Worth was born today. Happy birthday to Jason Worth. Wilson Valdez. Shout out Wilson Valdez, man. Shout out Wilson Valdez, man. Let's go. That is on this day in Phillies history. So once again, I am RB filling in for JJ. Hope everybody is doing well. Thank you for being here on the Game Day Show. Let's see. Nola was incredibly consistent and durable for a long time. He was. He was good. I just feel like he didn't come up big in the big moments, though. But he is the longest tenured player. He's been here for a while. First one in there for a strike. Abbott up to 63 pitches now on the afternoon. Got to remember the Reds bullpen is trash, says Morty. Oh and 2 now to JT Realmuto. 0-1 on the afternoon. Here's the windup and the pitch from Abbott, and it's hit out in the right. Back to the warning track is Benson, and he will track it down for out number 1. Let's go Phillies, keep the bats burning hot. Well, I don't know if that's a joke or not, but they have 0 hits today, so they need to wake up. Here's the first pitch in there for a strike to Brandon Marsh. Swung on a pitch in the dirt last time and struck out in his first time up. Play-by-play with JJ's in the chat. What's up, JJ? Shout out to him and the community. Hope you are doing well, man. Shout out to the GOAT of the Phillies coverage. 1-1. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss by Brandon Marsh. 1-2. To be fair, there weren't many big moments before 2022. Exactly, though. But when there were big moments, I feel like, that one's grounded to second. He can't come up with it cleanly. It's going to be a base hit for Brandon Marsh. The Phillies have a base hit. Let's go. They finally have a base hit. They had a run before a base hit. But yeah, in 2022, Nola had those couple good games in the postseason, but after that, really hasn't been smooth sailing for him. Let's go. Fires in the chat. We finally got a base hit here, man. Now there's a man on first, and up comes Edmundo Sosa to the plate. First one is in there for a strike. Painted the outside upper corner. And Sosa going to line it up above second. Oh, he snagged it, and Marsh is going to be doubled up at first. Are you kidding me, man? There goes the hit. Spencer Steer went leaping up about a foot off the ground, snags the ball, and Marsh just went blindly. And Steer is going to double him up at first, man. I wish I had a wah, wah, wah sound effect, but oh my gosh, man. So there goes all the work. There goes all the work, man. Terrible base running by Brandon Marsh. It was a good play, but I don't know why he would just be running blindly. That did not make any sense to me, but oh well. It was like a 50-50, but you still can't just run blindly. You got to go halfway. He was just out and running. Didn't even have any chance of getting back to first. Guess the Phillies don't like me filling in for JJ. They can't even they finally get a hit and they can't even do anything with it. They get a double play on the next pitch. It's all good though, man. Hanging out with the community. We're chilling. We're chilling, man. I wonder if Nola will come back in the game now. Nola has a lot of miles on his arm. He lost velocity and is not keeping pitches down. That's a good point. I agree. I can see that. I can see that for sure. Definitely has never had the top end velocity, but yeah, he's definitely lost some of the gas. Justin says, hey, RB in chat, doing a great job filling in. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. DRM says we suck. Pat says total brain fart by Marsh. Deborah says not cool. First one is low. Nola back on the bump. RB, I stayed up to watch Cavs and Knicks last night. Unfortunate. Dude, that was brutal, man. I put out a little quick short reaction on my channel about it, but I've never seen a choke so bad. And trust me, I've seen a lot of collapses. One bounced up the middle. Turner's there to field it. Flips it to first and one away for the Philadelphia Phillies. What an epic choke job that was last night. I'm still pissed off about that, especially with these New York Knicks fans that just keep on talking and talking like they did something. I'm like, the Cavaliers are the ones that choked. Didn't call a timeout, didn't bench James Harden, just terrible coaching. Here's the first pitch grounded over to short, backhanded by Turner. He flips the first again, and 2 away for the Philadelphia Phillies. You're doing a great job. Phillies are not doing their jobs. Thank you for the kind words, man. Yeah, I don't call a lot of Phillies games, man, or baseball games ever. So it's kind of like a getting back into it a little bit, but like I said, I love baseball. I love the game. So comes a little natural. Deborah is doing an awesome job, RB. Keep it up. Thank you, Deborah. Shout out to you. First pitch is high for a ball. 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Nola at 75 pitches. Spencer Steer, 2 of 2 on the afternoon. 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Let's see. Hello from Myanmar, bro. What's up, man? What's up? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Shout out to wherever you guys are tuning in from. This time it's flied out the left. Kemp doesn't have to really move at all. Couple steps to his left, and they retire the side 1, 2, 3. So we are headed to the bottom of the 5th. Reds lead it 4-1. Let's see. Phillies cannot hit left-handed pitchers. Why is Turner backhanding that? Move your feet. What do you guys think about Trey Turner? Interesting discussion there. You think he's worth it? Do you still want him on the team? What do y'all think, man? Who else we got up in here, man? John Stoltz, what's up? Says you're doing a great job. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Very nice, welcoming community on here, man. Bottom of the 5th inning. I'm sure Abbott will be coming back out on the bump for Cincinnati. He's been dealing all day long. Phillies have to get something going here. They need to wake up. Stott, Kemp, and Turner to turn over the order here coming up for Philly. Turner, to me, definitely has not lived up to the contract. Still think he's a good player, but he's just another one that when the postseason comes around, here's my takeaway, guys. Here's my takeaway. When the Philadelphia Phillies get to the playoffs, I feel like their philosophy, their mentality goes out the window, and they try to start swinging for the fences like they're in the home run derby. That's how I feel. And the last couple of years, I feel like Rob Thompson has really costed the Phillies games with his decision-making. A couple years ago against Arizona, it was the Orion Kerkering, put him in a 1-0 game, screwed that up. Last year when I was there at game 3, I believe it was, the David Robertson thing. Is David Robertson even on a team this year? He's probably out on a beach because he's like 55 years old. Phillies tried to patch up their bullpen with him, and yeah, that was brutal last year, man. But also, again, every year they just try to swing for the fences, and then they can't hit. Stott just swung at one that bounced in front of the plate. Are you kidding me, Bryson Stott? Are you kidding me, man?
This guy stinks!
What in the world, Bryson? What was that? That was lousy, man. So now it's 0-2 to Stott and a sweeper way outside. Surprised he didn't go fishing after that one. Crazy, man. Thank you guys for all the kind words today, man. I appreciate it. Here's the 1-2, ball high and outside. 2-2 now. Did not live up to the hype that surrounded him. Talking about Trey, I'm guessing, right? 2-2. Here's the wind up the pitch, and there goes Stott fishing again. Are you serious, man? Did it 3 times in this at bat. How many times are you going to go fishing, dude? How many times are you going to go fishing? Carl says, thanks, Sixers guy. Great job on here today. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Come on, man. We got to wake up. Here's Otto Kemp. He's 0 of 1 on the day. First one in there for a strike. This guy, Abbott, is dealing. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's flied out the right. Backtracking is Benson. Flips the hips, gets back to it on the warning track, and makes the catch for out number 2. Two away now. Trey Turner up at the plate. 78 pitches for Abbott. Here's the first pitch, low and outside for a ball. Do you have your own channel? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Give me a second. Here's Abbott in there on the outside corner for a strike. Yes, I run my own channel called Philly Take with RB. I cover the Sixers and the NBA on that channel, and then I also cover the Eagles over on my Eagles channel, A to Z Sports, ATOZ Sports, Philly. But yeah, I don't cover other baseball games, though. This will probably be the only time I'm calling a baseball game. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and it is swung on and missed. Bohm should be good for another hit today. Get the man some base runners. Got some Alec Bohm confidence in the chat. Here's the 2-2 to Turner, and that one sliced down into right field. 2-out knock. Trey Turner aboard. Let's go, man. Let's go. We need a rally. Get your rally caps on. Turner got paid to hit 35 dingers and get on base. Now he's got no power, poor OBP, and defense. He's a liability. Oh, 1 pitch to Garcia in the dirt for ball 1. So man on first, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Andrew Abbott wheeling and dealing. The 1-1 pitch fouled backwards and out of play, 1-2. Dolis Garcia trying to string together some momentum here. Here's the 1-2 windup in the pitch. It's high. It was a pitch out. They were trying to get Turner at second, but he's going to swipe his second base of the game. So Turner's into second again, now in scoring position. Garcia needs to poke one here, try to get a run in. So 2 away and a man on second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one is fouled away. Still a hot day at the ballpark. Two outs. 2-2 count. Man on second. Bottom of the fifth. Here's the windup and the pitch, and it's fouled off his foot again. Let's go, Garcia. Come on, man. Two-two pitch swung on in the dirt, and he goes fishing. And the side is retired. Going to the top of the sixth, it is 4-1. Phillies 2 hits on the day. What's up, dude? Where's JJ at? He is away, man. He's away for the weekend. Got your boy filling in, man. So it is 4-1. Series has been split so far, 1-1. Phillies trying to win it, but they have to make up some ground, man. Yeah, I don't know why Garcia's in the 2-hole, by the way. Why is he in the 2-hole? This guy Abbott, man, you would think he's like a Cy Young winner. The way he's pitching today. Coming in for the Philadelphia Phillies is Tim Miza, 34 years old, born in Allentown, Pennsylvania. He's got a 3.47 ERA on the season in 20 games. He's given up 15 hits this season. He's given up 9 earned runs in, 23 innings. Not too bad. Opposing average of 176. I do think the Phillies need to upgrade their bullpen, in my personal opinion, but that's just me. First pitch lined back up to short. Turner fields it on a hop, throws the first one away on one pitch. Someone said Abbott looks like he's had some cheesesteaks. Let's see this guy Abbott, man. Let's look him up real quick. First one to Dunn is in there for a strike. See if I can do this. Get the score this way. Let's see. All right. Let's do that. There we go. It's annoying. 0-2 is inside for a ball. We do that. I don't know. It's kind of annoying. 1-2 fouled away. RB, I pitched the idea for you and JJ to do a stream together. That would be sick. It would be pretty cool, man. I do know there's some channels that do dual streams. Pretty cool. 1-2. Mesa, the pitch is low and inside for a ball. 2-2. See if I can switch this over here. Two and two now. The windup and the pitch is lined into left center, and Marsh bobbles it. Marsh couldn't pick it up cleanly. Dunn is going to be into second with a leadoff double. We'll see if they call that an error or not. I don't know, but wow. Blake Dunn, 2 of 3 on the afternoon. Come on, Marsh. Marsh is not that good of a fielder, man. You got to be able to pick that up cleanly, man. Got to be better with that. Pinch hitting for the Cincinnati Reds is number 17, Dane Myers, 235 on the season. He is going to pinch hit for right fielder Will Benson. Reds trying to tack on some insurance runs here. One away, man on second. Here's the first pitch inside for a ball. One zero. Here's the pitch, and that one is lined down the right field line. It's going to drop. One's going to score. The pinch hit is successful. Myers will be in the second standing up, and it is a one-out double. One-out double for Dane Myers. So the Phillies now trail at 5-1. BW Raid in the chat. BW, what's going on? Birdwatcher Raid. Birdwatcher, what's going on, man? First one is low for a ball. Thank you to everybody coming in here to read the stream, man. Give some love to my guy JJ, man. I'm sure he will appreciate it. Shout out to him, man. 1-0. Mesa turns back to second, the windup, and delivers. It's low, 2-0. Appreciate y'all being here in the live chat on a Wednesday afternoon, 2:45 Eastern, the current time. Phillies trying to work out of a jam. One away, man on second. Mesa, the pitch. Swing and a miss by Higgins. 2 of 2 on the afternoon. But he goes fishing. Two and one now, one away. Mesa turns and delivers. Ball inside. 3-1. Phillies need to wake up here. First off, they need to get out of this jam, and then they need to string some hits together. 3-1 now. Mesa, the pitch. Swing and a miss again. Got him inside. Went chasing ball 4. Shout out to everybody rating on here in the channel. Appreciate you guys being here. So now it is a full count. Myers over on second. One away here in the top of the 6th. Mesa comes set and pitches, and it's a... Did he miss it? Yeah, he did. He did. Got him. 2 away. Didn't know if he fouled that off or not, but might have fouled it back into the glove. Coming up for the Phillies on Friday versus the Guardians, Christopher Sanchez, Zach Wheeler on Saturday, and Andrew Painter on Sunday. Man, Andrew Painter 1-4 with a 5.7 ERA. First pitch is flied out into shallow right. Garcia on the run and somehow makes the catch. What a play by Adolis Garcia. What a play. He overran the ball, then he started backtracking and just stuck his glove out near his waist and somehow scooped it up for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 5-1. Cincinnati leads it. What a play. Once again, welcome into Play-by-Play with JJ. Thank you all for being here. I'm RB, filling in for my guy JJ. Much respect to him. Appreciate the opportunity. Can the Phillies find a way to come back in this one, man? Can they do it? That is the question. They are down 5-1. They only have 2 hits on the afternoon. You all have been amazing in the live chat today. Appreciate you being here. David says, thanks for covering today, RB. I got you, man. All right, let's get a roll call in the chat. Where's our Philly fans at, man? Phillies fans, stand up. Stand up and make some noise in the live chat. All right, here we go. Harper up to start the bottom of the 6th. The first pitch, swing and a miss in the dirt. Oh and 1 now to Harper. Here's the windup in the pitch. Harper hits one out the deep left. Backtracking to the warning track and just a couple feet short. Harper retired on a couple pitches. Lede there to make the catch. I thought that was gone by the way Harper was looking at it. I was ready to play the bell sound effect. Never listened to your content before. The call is great. Thank you. Shout out to Haley. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I do similar things for basketball over on my channel. First one in there for a strike. Like I said, I've been streaming the NBA playoffs. I'll be over there on my channel tonight streaming the Thunder and Spurs game. Definitely tap in if you want to watch that. Here's a second pitch to Bohm. Way overshot. Ball 1. This guy Abbott, man. Was he up to 94 pitches? Brock Burke, the lefty, warming up in the pen. One and 1 pitch is outside for a ball. 2-1. This guy Abbott definitely does look like he downed the cheesesteak from before the game. He's just chilling out here, but he's doing good. Bohm's going to line one down the left field line, and it stays fair. Alec Bohm continues the hit streak, number 5 on the season. He's up to an 11-game hit streak. He absolutely lined a shot down the left field line, and it is out of here. Let's go. Do I have that song on here that JJ plays? Let's see if I have it. I don't think I do. But let's go, man. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Bomer. Let's go, man. That's going to do it for Abbott. See ya later. Brock Burke coming into the ball game. Alec Bohm sent him out of here. That ball was absolutely smoked. Smoked. Absolutely smoked, bro. What a shot by Alec Bohm. Woo. Absolutely smoked. A couple of you guys are asking about my links, so I'm going to toss them here in the chat in case you guys want to check them out. But yeah, man. Got to start somewhere, right? Alec Bohm knocks one out with one out here in the bottom of the sixth, so now it's a 5-2 ball game. I'll take it. Got to start somewhere. At least you got the starter out of here now. At least we got him up out of here. Let's talk about Brock Burke. Let's talk about him. Let's see what his ERA is on the season. Brock Burke, 29 years old, from Chicago. He has pitched in 23 games this season, 22 innings, and an ERA of 2.86, 25 Ks, 18 hits allowed, 7 earned runs. So Brock Burke has had a pretty good start to his season. Best start of his career, actually. Let's go, man. Time to get it going, man. Time to get it going. Let's go. Drop those bells in the chat. Drop those fires in the chat. First pitch to JT Realmuto in there on the inside corner for a strike. Burke stands tall at 6'4", 210 pounds. Southpaw. Second pitch, grounded over to short, picked up and flipped over to first for out number 2. Let's go back to the MLB standings. Wow, Cincinnati Reds are in 4th place at 25-24. Phillies are in 2nd place at 25-24. Marsh swings at the first one and just pokes it through the hole over on the right side. It's into right field for a 2-out single. Marsh knocks the first one in for a base hit. So 2 away with a man on first. Edmundo Sosa reached on interference back in the second. He's 0-1 on the day. The windup in the pitch in the dirt. Runner goes, and Marsh is into second with a stolen base. Let's go, Sosa. Poke one in now, man. Make this a game. Make this a game, man. Let's get one more on the board, right? Let's do it. Two away. Man on second. The windup in the pitch. Outside and high for a ball. Discipline, man. Discipline. Gotta stay composed. Here's the 2-0. The windup. The pitch. Sosa knocks one deep out the left. It's back. It's gone. Let's go.
He's on fire.
Woo! A 2-run shot for Edmundo Sosa. And the Phillies bring it within 1. Woo! Let's freaking go, chat. Oh my gosh. He stared at that one. That was out of here by a mile. Unbelievable. The Phillies are back in it. Woo! 2-0 shot for Edmundo Sosa. 396 feet, an absolute tower. First one outside a ball. Phillies get the Burke. You guys were right. Their bullpen is trash. Let's go, man. Second one in there for a strike. Oh, man. Stock gonna poke one now in the left. Backtracking, and Blade makes the catch, but not before the Phillies do some damage. They tack on 3 here in the bottom of the 6th via an Alec Bohm shot down the left field line, just stayed fair. And then Edmundo Sosa belts one 396 feet to make it a 1-run game. The Phillies are coming back. Sosa went above and beyond. All I was asking for was a single. I wanted one more run. He said, "I got you, RB." Boom. Woo! Right back in it, man. Right back in it. Right back in it. Let's go, man. You guys want to do a trivia question after this next half inning? Let me know. Should we do a trivia question? Hop, skip, and a jump Sosa. I love it, man. I love Edmundo Sosa, man. He comes through in the clutch, man. Comes through in the clutch. First one is low for a ball. Meza back on the bump. De La Cruz now over on the right side. He's 0 of 3 on the afternoon. Let's go, chat. We are back in this. Second one is low for a ball. Are you much of a baseball fan or mostly NBA? I mean, in terms of a fan, I'm a fan of all sports, man. In terms of what I cover, though, over on my own channel, I cover NBA. And then on my other channel, I cover NFL. But I'm still a baseball fan. I just don't cover the game. You know, I don't call games unless they need me to fill in here. But I call a lot of basketball, football games. Over on my Eagles channel, I more so do videos, but over on my own channel, I call games live for basketball. David says, short of trivia. All right, we'll do it after this inning. 2-1 count to De La Cruz, and it is just missed for a ball. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. If you're just tuning in, the Phillies put up 3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Phillies are going to challenge it with the ABS, and you know what? They got it. They got it by just a little bit. So instead of 3-1, it's going to be 2-2. So a much better situation here for Meza. The 2-2 pitch. De La Cruz, did he go? He did. He did. Sit him down, man. Ellie De La Cruz. What is that? How many on the day is that? Is that 2 or 3? many Ks does he have today? That's 3, right? Yeah, it is 3. It's a hat trick, baby. It's a hat trick. First pitch to Blade, fouled into the third base stands. 0 for 3 on the day, strikeout, fly out, and ground out. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Thanks for dropping my link in there, PJ. Second pitch is low and outside, 1-1. One out, 1-1 the count. Meza winds up, delivers outside for a ball. 2-1. Two and one. The pitch, it is high. 3-1. One away here in the top of the seventh. It is a 1-run ball game. The sun has kind of dipped out a little bit, and the 3-1 is just missed on the outside corner. It's going to be a ball. Oh, wait, no, they're going to challenge it. See if they win it this time. JT got it again. Let's go. Call is overturned, so instead of ball 4, it is going to be strike 2. Full count, 1 out. Coming up. Full count, 1 out. Fans are getting a little hype now. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. The windup in the pitch. Fouled away. Full count. I got you. It's JJ always praises you. It's cool to actually meet you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Shout out to you, man. And shout out to JJ. Does a great job. It's my guy. All righty. Full count again. And this one's lined into left. Is it going to drop? Looks like he got it on one hop. Kemp kind of half laid out for it. I thought he had a chance to get that one, but he one hopped it. Man, that was close. I feel like he kind of like alligator armed it in a way so that it wouldn't get past him. Feels like he could have had that, man. He almost twisted his arm up under his chest. So anyway, it'll be a man on first with 1 out. Here comes Donnie Baseball. He's going to go to the pen. All right, Phillies are going to the pen. I will be right back. I'm going to hit the bathroom real quick, and then we'll get on with it, man. Drop some fires in the chat, though. All right, man. We are back just in time. Into the game is Orion Kirkering, 2.16 ERA in 19 games this season, 2-0 record. First one is inside for a ball, 96 on the sinker. One 0 pitch is low and outside for a ball, 2-0. Chat, how are we feeling, man? What do you guys think? Can the Phillies get this done? Can they complete a comeback? It would be awesome. 2-0 pitch is on the inside corner for a strike, 2-1. Appreciate everybody hanging out with me today, man. You guys have been doing great here in the chat. 2-1, and that one is low. Low for a ball, but he's going to challenge it. And he's going to win that challenge. I was very low out of the zone. Very low out of the zone. That's going to be a ball. It's going to be 3-1 now to Stewart. So man on first. Hitters count 3-1. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Kirkering. Get this dude out, man. Don't give up another run here. 3-1 pitch is in there for a strike. 88 on the sweeper. Let's go, man. Let's go. Kirkering comes set. Looks over to first. A wind up in the pitch, and it is lined out into right. It's going to drop in front of Garcia. He wings it over to third, and the throw beat him, but he got a hand in. The umpire hesitated before signaling safe. How did he get there? I think he went on the pitch. Garcia threw an absolute rocket over to third base. One hopper. Let's see. What a throw. The ball beat him there. And Sosa could not get the tag down in time. He switched his arms. It was going in with the left hand, then he pulled it back, went in with the right. And I think the call is correct. I think he did beat it. Just by a bit. Wow. Wow. So it is going to stand first and third with one out. Up to the plate is Spencer Steer. 2 for 3 on the day. First one in for a strike. Oh, man. Come on, bro. 0-1. Here's the windup in the pitch. It is popped foul out of play. Oh and 2. Let's go. We need a strikeout. Need a strikeout, man. Oh and 2. The pitch. Fouled away. So once again, it is 0 and 2. First and third, one out. Kirkering on the bump. Steer at the dish. Kirkering comes set. He scans. He winds up. He pitches outside for a ball. Let's go, man. We need a strikeout here. We need a K. Kirkering again. This time it's 1 and 2. He delivers and got him. Swung right through it. Big, massive strikeout for Kirkering. Let's go, man. Let's go. 2 away. Can you fix the scoreboard? I can't see outs in the plate. The reason I'm doing that is because sometimes it's a little bit ahead, so I don't want to spoil my own game call. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Now it's Nathaniel Lowe up to the plate. 1 for 3 on the day. 2 outs, 2 on. First one is laid off for a ball. But yeah, I'm not trying to spoil the game. Like I said, it all depends on what broadcast it's on. It's tough trying to like line these things up sometimes. Second one is in there for a strike. Let's go, chat. I want to hear you guys, man. Don't go away now. Don't go away now. Let's get hyped up a little bit, man. 1-1, the windup and the pitch. It's high. 2-1. Kirkering comes set now. Needs to get out of this. The windup, the pitch, low, belts one to right center, going back, and it is off the base of the wall. One's going to score. 2 is going to score, and Lowe is into second with a 2-out, 2-run double. And the Cincinnati Reds tack on 2 right after the Phillies got 3 back. Kirkering left one right out, square over the plate, and Lowe belted it all the way out to the base of the right center wall. So not good. Not good. It is now a 3-run game yet again, 7-4. That is not fun. First one in there for a strike. Blake Dunn back up at the dish, 2 for 3 on the day. Triple and a double, by the way. Second one inside for a ball, 1-1. Yeah, Philly's bullpen is not too solid. One grounded over to short. Turner runs up on it, flips to first, and Bohm dropped it. Bohm dropped it. Are you serious?
This guy stinks!
I'm sorry, Alec Bohm. I can't get behind you, bro. Bohm just dropped it at first. And now it's going to be first and third with 2 outs. Are you serious, dude? I've made that play a million times in my life. How do you drop the ball? How do you drop the ball? Sorry, but you got to watch the app, bro. I'm sorry I'm having money on it and your stream is 5 minutes behind. I'm going to be honest with you, Prince, and no disrespect, bro, but I really don't care about your money on the game. I'm calling the game, man. There's a lot of different ways you can tap in on the game. We're calling the broadcast as we watch it. That's how we do it. How did Bohm drop that ball at first? How did he drop that? Oh my gosh, man. It wasn't even a tough play. It wasn't even like it was in the dirt. It wasn't even like it was in the dirt, man. What was that? Literally hit him on the wrist. First pitch is low and outside. That's definitely got to be an error, though. That just pissed me off, man. One-zero pitch is in there for a strike. Definitely did not look like one, but they're not going to challenge it. First and third, 2 outs, 1-1. The pitch in there for a strike. 2 outs, 2 on, 1 and 2. The pitch from Kerkering and a ball in the dirt. Seven to 4, the score, 2-2. Here's the pitch and swung on and missed. Kerkering finally retires the side, but a lot of damage done. The Reds, a 2-out double, 2-run double, and they are back up by 3 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Phillies are going to have to work their magic again. All right, let's do some trivia, man. I'm going to ask you guys a trivia question. First person to get it in the chat is going to hear this sound. All right, here's our trivia question. Get your keyboards ready. The question is, since the year 2000, there have been 4 players who have homered on their 40th birthday, and one of those 4 players has played at some point in his career for the Philadelphia Phillies. Who is the player that has played for the Phillies that homered on their 40th birthday? I'm not saying they homered on their 40th birthday with the Phillies, but they have homered on their 40th birthday. Who is it? I'll give you guys like 30 seconds. Throw some guesses in the chat. Try to up the vibes a little bit after that tough inning. Drop some guesses in the chat. Once again, there's been 4 players since 2000 to homer on their 40th birthday. One of those 4 has at some point in his career played for the Phillies. Who is the player? Connor Phillips coming in for the Reds, 5.26 ERA on the season. Give you guys like 10 more seconds. And by the way, pinch hitting for the Philadelphia Phillies, 22-year-old number 2, Justin Crawford. First one goes to show bunt. Doesn't pull back, 0-1. All right, time is up. I see a few guesses in the chat. I'm going to get to those here in a second. Second pitch to Crawford is high and outside for a ball. The first person to get it in the chat is Uncle Tito. Uncle Tito says Jim Thome, and that is correct. Good guess, man. Jim Thome is the correct answer. It was Jim Thome, Chipper Jones, Alex Rodriguez, and Joey Votto. Thome, the only one of those guys to play for the Phillies at some point. Here's the 1-2 to Crawford. Fouled away. 100 miles an hour on the 4-seam. But yeah, shout out to Jim Thome. One and two. The windup in the pitch way outside. Got away from him there. 2-2 now. Thank you guys for playing some trivia with us. Two and two now. The windup. The pitch to Crawford. Pops it up over towards third. And he is there to make the catch. It is Sal Stewart. So one away, retired here in the bottom of the 7th. Phillies down by 3. They were down by 1, and then Kerkering came in, gave up a 2-run double. Phillies only with 5 hits on the afternoon. Reds are up to 13. First pitch is inside and high. Turner goes ducking out of the way. 1-0 to Turner. Here is the windup in the pitch from Phillips, and that one is high. Connor Phillips has pitched 25 innings this season, allowed 20 hits and 15 runs. Turner going to foul one away. It's 2-1. Turner on getting his swing right. Quote, take your hits where it's pitched. I feel like when we swing, when the swing's in a good spot, homers will come. Just being on time with the heater, being able to adjust. Well, I feel like that's common sense. Here's the 2-1. It's high for a ball. 3-1. How about the New York Mets being 21-27? Who saw that coming? Here's the 3-1 to Turner. And he flies it out to right. It's in the sun. Can he see it? He backtracks and he catches it on the warning track. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 7th. Bit of a lousy swing from Trey. Here comes Adolis Garcia, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. First pitch from Phillips. Swing and a miss by Garcia. Let's go, man. Need at least 1 or 2 runs. Got to keep this competitive, man. Reds are warming up another person in the bullpen. Here's 0-1. Swing and a miss again. 0-2. 0-2. Need to protect. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it is low for a ball. So now it is 1-2. Here's the 1-2 to Garcia, and it is high and outside, 101 miles an hour for a ball. So now it is a 2-2 count. Would love to get him on here, bring up Harper. Here's the 2-2 pitch, way outside in the dirt. 3-2. Let's go, man. Come on. Come on now. Full count. Phillips comes set. The windup, the delivery, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for the Philadelphia Phillies. And the side is retired. 1-2-3. We go to the top of the 8th inning. It is 7-4. Phillies now up to 4 strikeouts on the afternoon. 6 outs left, man. Gotta wake up here, guys. Gotta wake up. Gotta wake up. Turner getting $300 million to slap a few singles past diving infielders. Money well spent. Brutal. Brutal. What do you guys think, man? Can we rally? Can we rally in the 8th and 9th? They've done it before. We'll see if they can do it again. So incoming for the Philadelphia Phillies is Brad Keller, 20 games this season, 19 innings, 4.12 ERA, 2-1. Here is the first pitch from Keller in there for a strike. Higgins is 2 for 3 on the afternoon. He had 1 RBI coming into the afternoon. He now has 2 on the day. Third pitch is high and out for a ball, 2-1. Here's the windup, the pitch from Keller. Grounded foul. 95 on the sinker. Hardest thing to do in professional sports is hit a baseball, especially when it's moving. 2-2, the windup in the pitch, fouled away. Coming up for the Phillies will be Bryce Harper, Alec Boehm, and JT Realmuto. Only 1 hit combined for the 3 of them today, though Harper does have a sac fly. 2-2 is flied out to shallow left. Turner's back on it, calls off Marsh, and he makes the catch. 1 away for the Philadelphia Phillies. Once again, welcome into Play-by-Play with JJ. I'm RB, filling in for JJ. Thank you all for being here, rocking with me this afternoon. First pitch is in there for a strike, 87 on the slider. Matt McLean up to the dish, 0-4 on the afternoon. Second one is high for a ball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is just a tad low on the corner. Looked like it was a strike, but didn't get the benefit of the doubt. Two and one, the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him chasing the cheese. 2-2 now. The windup, the pitch from Keller. It is fouled backwards. Remains 2-2. One away, 2-2. The windup in the pitch, high again. Full count. Can't afford a walk here, man. 3-2 pitch, lined up the middle, backhanded by Stott, flips to first, and this time Alec Boehm catches a baseball. 2 away. Three players have won Rookie of the Year for the Reds or Phillies that have gone on to play for both teams. Can you name 2 of the 3? Guess Pete Rose. Who else? I don't know. Let's see. Pete Rose, Scott Rowland, should have got that, and Pat Zachary. Poked in the left, Marsh coming on, and he runs it down and makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Harper, Boehm, Realmuto coming up. 6 more outs for the Phillies. Let's see if they can put something together and make it happen. Nola needs to get his stuff straight. Yeah, he does, man. Nola is one of the main reasons they're losing this game. Just fell apart early. It's tough when you get into the hole, man, and you get behind. It's hard to string together hits when you're down 4 or 5 runs. And yeah. Shouts to everybody in the chat, man. Thanks for being here, guys and girls. Great community on here, man. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to my guy, JJ. He's always on the grind, man. He deserves some time off. Let's go. We need a 3-run 8th inning here. We need a big inning. I need to see Harper work the count here. I need to see Harper work the count here. I need to see a walk or a single or a double. As of right now, who do you guys think is or should be the favorite to win the World Series? If you had to pick one team right now, who would you pick for your favorite right now early in the season to win the World Series? Incoming is Graham Ashcraft. He's pitched in 23 games this season. Pretty solid campaign so far for Graham Ashcraft. He is 28 years old from Huntsville, Alabama. He's got a 3.86 ERA, 10 runs allowed in 23 games. Harper's going to challenge it with the ABS, and it's going to remain a strike, so he will not win the challenge. So it stays 0-2. 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Here's the pitch to Harper. He grounds to first, just foul. Let's see, the stupid Dodgers, the White Sox, the Braves, the stupid Yankees, Braves, Dodgers. Alvarado warming up in the pen. Here's the 0-2. Ashcraft winds up and deals. Harper fouls it off his foot. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss by Harper. One away. Went fishing for it. First batter and a strikeout for Graham Ashcraft. 5 more outs. Come on, Phillies. Let's go. Let's go, Phillies. Alec Boehm up to the plate. Last time he sent a shot down the left field line for a dinger. First one right down the middle, and he swung through it. 0-1. One away, 0-1. Boehm at the dish. Here's the windup and the pitch. Boehm fouls it down the right field line. 0-2. So it is Graham Ashcraft here on the bump. 0-2 and outside 1-2. The 1-2 pitch to Boehm swings right through it. Not even close. Back-to-back Ks. Phillies are down to 4 outs. Upcoming to the plate is JT Realmuto. Brandon Marsh on deck. JT is 0 for 3 on the afternoon. 7-4 our score. Here's the first pitch. It is hit out to right center, going back. And it is tracked down right at the warning track by Myers. Dane Myers came in a few innings ago, but Graham Ashcraft retires the side 1-2-3. We are headed to the top of the ninth inning. It is 7-4 Cincinnati Reds. Once again, thank you all for hanging out with me here on the Phillies show, play-by-play with JJ. I'm RB filling in. Still been fun hanging out with everybody regardless. Tough game for the Phils, but still have 3 more outs to try to battle back in. Try to make it happen. See what they can do. You guys are still guessing teams in the chat, man? Cardinals or the Athletics? Brewers? Royals? At least it ain't going to be the stupid Mets. Definitely is not going to be the Mets. It is not going to be the Mets. That is a fact. All right, man. It is Jose Alvarado, 5.40 ERA on the season, 22 games, top of the ninth inning. Phillies trying to limit the damage. JJ Bleday at the dish. First pitch from Alvarado is in there for a strike. Batter's going to challenge it. Yeah, how many challenges do these dudes get? I feel like every pitch they're calling a challenge. When the Phillies lose, nothing makes me feel better than a Mets game. Yeah. So that's going to remain a strike. Challenge unsuccessful. 0-1. Here's the windup, the pitch. It is slapped out into center. It's going to drop in for a base hit. And Bleday will be on first. By the way, Crawford came in to play center. Marsh moved over to left. So Crawford now out there in center. First pitch to Sal Stewart is in there for a strike. 3 for 4 on the afternoon. Alvarado needs to keep this at 3 runs if the Phillies want any shot here. Here's the windup and the pitch from Alvarado, fouled away. 0-2. CMA says, RB did a great job. Wish we won for you. You have a great announcer's voice. Thank you. Appreciate that. Shout out to you. Shout out to the chat. It's been fun doing this with you guys, man. 0-2 now. Alvarado comes set. He fires. That one is smacked to left, and it's a no-doubter. That is way out of here. Into the second deck. into the second deck. 441 feet. This guy out here just got lucky, and he's going to throw the baseball back. He asked his buddy, should I throw it back? Hold on to that thing, man. Oh, my gosh. Sal Stewart is now 4 for 5 today. He just hit a monster shot. That made Edmundo Sosa's home run look like a little kid home run. He like half swung, and the ball went 440 feet. Did that hit the guy in the arm? I don't even think the guy was looking at the baseball, and it hit him in the arm. That guy was sleeping out in left field, and it hit him right in the arm. Oh, my gosh, man. It was 0-2, and he throws one right over the heart of the plate, and it is now 9-4 Cincinnati. So I guess I jinxed it, man, because right before the pitch, I said, you got to keep this at 3 runs. And Alvarado said, nope, I'm going to throw it and let him hit a 2-run homer. Dude, that was a shot. And he half swung. He didn't even hit it on the sweet spot. Ball 2 from Alvarado. Bullpen has been a huge letdown today, man. Kerkering gave up a couple. Alvarado gave up a couple. Terrible. Two one is hit out the right. Garcia on the run. Makes the catch. Out number 1. First 4-hit game of Sal Stewart's career. First 4-hit game of his career. Wow. First one in there for a strike to Nathaniel Lowe. How many games has this dude, Sal Stewart, played? Let's see. 22 years old. Swing and a miss from Lowe. Second season. He's having a great season so far. He's played 67 career games. His first 4-hit game comes against the Philadelphia Phillies. Ay, ay, ay. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Remember when Alvarado was good? Yeah. Alvarado was good in the postseason a few years ago, but then last year I thought Alvarado deserved a lot more heat than he even got for completely screwing the Philadelphia Phillies by getting suspended. I mean, he absolutely cooked us. And yeah, just terrible, man. Terrible. 1-2 is looks like it was fouled off. Tanner Banks is warming up as if it matters. One-two pitch is low and outside for a ball. Oh, man. Two and two now. Alvarado winds up, deals to Low. Swing and a miss. Got him. 2 away. Want to know now to Blake Dunn, 2 for 4 on the afternoon. 2 outs, 1-0. Ball smacked out into deep center. Running back is Crawford, and he makes the catch for out number 3. We are going to the bottom of the 9th inning. The score is 9-4. Can the Phillies find a way to patch together a crazy comeback, or will this be it? Phillies have won their last 6 series, but they are in jeopardy of losing this one. So we will see what happens here, man. What do you guys think, man? Do we have any chance here? Any chance to make a comeback? Can the Phillies do it? Can they do it? Yeah, Alvarado kind of cooked us with that 2-run homer. Even if it was 3 runs, I'd be like, all right, man. I'd be like, all right, man. 3 runs, bearable. What, 5? 5? No, it's tough. Elaine's in the chat. What's up, Elaine? Sound, what's going on? Larry's been rocking with us all day. Katie says, I'm starting to remember how it feels to lose a series. I don't like it. Yeah, I mean, they were bound to lose one eventually. Banj in the chat. What's up? Nola, Alvarado, and Garcia need to be gone. Well, let's see if the Phillies have anything left, man. Any fight. Once again, thank you all for being here, man. Still been a fun time with you all. The Reds have 15 hits. 15 hits in this ballgame. There's Kyle Schwarber. Chat told me he's dealing with an illness, but looks like he's getting his helmet on and ready to pinch hit, even though it feels too little too late. Marsh is the first hitter up. First one in there for a strike. 90 on the sinker. It is Sam Mole, the lefty. 3.15 ERA, 22 games, 20 innings pitched, 1-3 on the season. See what happens here, man. 0-1, the windup and the pitch. It is low and out. Marsh 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles. Has scored a run as well. Here's the 1-1. Marsh grounds it over to first. Large hop. Throws it to Mole, who covers at first, and one's going to be away. So is Schwarber going to pinch hit or not? Like, why did he start getting his helmet on? Sosa's coming up now. He had the 2-run homer his last time up, but sadly, it didn't really do much. It was fun in the moment, but yeah. Sosa at the dish now, 1 for 2 on the afternoon. He reached on interference and with a 2-run homer. Here's the first pitch from Mole. It's in there for a strike. Mole comes set now. The lefty takes a breath. The windup in the pitch. Sosa swings at it 50 feet outside in the dirt. He's now in a tough hole. 0-2. One away. 0-2. The windup, the pitch to Sosa. He grounds it just foul. Lucky that one didn't fall into fair territory there. Here he comes set again. Mole 0-2. One away. Bottom of the ninth. Sosa at the dish. Here's the pitch, and it's low and away. See if Sosa can get another base hit here. Have some fun with it, man. Here's the 1-2 to Sosa. Grounded up the middle. Fielded by Steer. How did he get to that? Throws to first just in time. Guess he was playing just to the right of second. So the Phillies are down to their last out. Let's go, man. Come on, rally time. Rally time. Who says we can't do it? Who says we can't? Bryson Stott at the dish. 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the first one. Low and outside for a ball. One and 0. 2 away. Mole. The wind up. Here's the pitch. Right over the plate for a strike. 1-1. Let's go, Bryson Stott. What you got, Bryson Stott? 1-1 now. 2 away. The windup, the pitch, and it is knocked out into left field right down the line. Stott has one. He's going to turn the corner and get the second. Standing up. Let's go. Let's go. Who says we can't do it? Who says we can't put together a run, ladies and gentlemen? Who says we can't do it? Let's go. Let's go, baby. Bryson Stott with his 100th career double. Now it's Crawford at the plate. First one, a strike on the outside corner. Just painted it. Fans have their rally caps on. Crawford came in the 7th to pinch hit and stayed in. Crawford goes hacking at a ball outside. 0-2 now. Phillies down to their last strike again. Let's go, Crawford. Got to protect here. Choke up a little bit. The windup from Mole, the pitch, swing and a miss, and that is going to do it. The Phillies strike out with a man on second. Crawford goes down on 3 pitches, and the Cincinnati Reds win it 9-4. Next telecast Friday, 6:30 p.m. for a 6:40 game, Phillies versus the Guardians. But the Phillies lose their first series in the last 7. Sal Stewart, 4 for 5 on the day, a home run, a double, 3 RBIs, absolutely shredded the Phillies. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I get out of here, a couple final thoughts on this game and overall. First off, thank you all so much for being here with me today. It was an absolute blast. I am RB. I have my own channel. You can see right here, Philly Take with RB. I will be streaming the NBA game tonight if you want to hang out with me for that. Like I said, I don't call too many baseball games, but love when JJ gives me the opportunity to do so with his great community. You all were awesome in the chat today, so keep it up. That's number 1. Number 2, my quick analysis on this game, I thought the Phillies screwed themselves. Really, I mean, Aaron Nola got out into a bad hole early, but Kerkering gave up that 2-run double when it was a 1-run game after Sosa hit the dinger, and then Alvarado came in and let it blow wide open to a 5-run lead. Phillies just couldn't get the big hits when it mattered. It felt like every time they tried to make up some ground, they just coughed it right back up. So I thought the bullpen really lost this game today, and there was a couple base running mistakes with Brandon Marsh and a few others. Harper went 0 of 3 today. Bohm 1 for 4, did have the home run, but JT 0 for 4. Just didn't get enough production from the top of the lineup. And yeah, I mean, there's just too many bad pitches in the worst situations. Like, 0-2 count, throwing right over the heart of the plate left it out there for a home run. And yeah, the Philadelphia Phillies just kind of, they didn't give themselves an opportunity to really gain any ground in this game. And every time they did, they just gave it right back up. So yeah, it's disappointing. It's unfortunate that they couldn't win this series, but they do have a tougher schedule coming up. Hopefully they can keep up some of their momentum. But regardless, man, it was a fun time with all of you, and I appreciate you. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day, man. Phillies lose 2 out of 3 to the Reds. They'll have an off day, and then they'll play the Guardians starting on Friday. Hopefully, their hot streak here doesn't come to an end. Hopefully they can keep up the momentum and just kind of regroup. I think not having Schwarber at the top of the lineup, definitely hurt. He's been out for a couple games in this series. I mean, you see the kind of impact that he's had, right? And when he doesn't play in a series, you see what happens, So anyway, man, tough series, but got to bounce back. Simple as that. Long season, 162. Got to keep it up. With that being said, man, appreciate all of you. Continue to support my guy JJ and his community, and hope to see you guys all next time when we fill in. Enjoy the rest of your day, your afternoon, your evening, and Phillies take the loss 9-4. Got to bounce back. We'll see what happens on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Catch you all on the next one. Goodbye, everybody. Peace out.